It's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Monday morning, April 11th, 2016. Good morning to you all on this lovely Monday morning, April 11th, 2016. Back to work, back to school. Here are your news and on top story at 8 a.m. on this Monday morning. It is for the Democratic presidential candidate. Sunday served as a metaphor for the 2016 race in its entirety and the Rutgers April 19th New York primary contest in particular. President Obama defended Democratic presidential frontrunner Hillary Clinton in an interview on Fox News Sunday, but he said he would not interfere with ongoing Justice Department FBI investigation into a private email server. Hiroshima, Japan. Secretary of State John F. Kerry on Monday said that he thought everybody, including President Obama, should visit Hiroshima after completing what he called a gut-wrenching visit to amusement and Grand Zero in the city when he did the United States. Dropped an atomic bomb on that city back in 1945. Aden, a shaky truce took a hold in Yemen on Monday after an UN-backed effort to end the war that has made the country in a front of Saudi Arabia's region-wide rivalry with Iran that caused one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. Seoul, high-ranking government official from Kim Jong-un's military spy agency, is defected according to South Korea's government. A man blew himself up and 2 others were shot dead as they attacked the police station in southern Russia, local security forces said. New Delhi, police filed attempted murder charges Monday against the Temple of 40s where a fireworks display Sunday turned into a massive fire that killed at least 100 people and left nearly 400 injured. Fire in Moscow, the Russian Air Force and Syrian military have prepared a joint operation taking up from rebels. The Syrian Prime Minister was sworn to say that Sunday, and opposition officials said a ceasefire was on the verge. London, British Prime Minister David Cameron will try to repair trust in the leadership on Monday by spending and speedy legislation to make companies criminally liable for employees who aid tax evasion. Ottawa, tribal leaders declared a state of mercy after 11 people attempted to kill themselves in one day in a small indigenous community in northern Canada. Manila, a shootout between government forces and Islamic State military group Abu Sayyaf in the southern Philippines killed at least 18 soldiers. Two men escaped with their lives after a plane in which they were flying crash-landed in the Long Island, New York neighborhood Sunday evening. Two 19-year-old women who were Southern University students and the members of the school's athletic program were killed during a shootout early Sunday outside the Baton Rouge apartment complex in Louisiana, police and university officials said. A teacher in Texas high school has been arrested and charged with assault after an alleged student assault was caught in video. Washington, the director of the CIA and his agency, will not warn more despite pledge by Donald Trump and Ted Cruz reinstate the controversial practice. However, the city will distribute a total of $443,328 in federal community development block grant money into the coming year. Community Development Director Dorothy Brissett outlined a proposed budget for the City Council last week. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development has appropriated $410,820, $30,000 increase over last year's A number for the budget year started on July 1st. The Norfolk County Mosquito District will be sprayed for mosquitoes started as soon as today. The helicopter application will target mosquito larvae in wetlands. The chemical being used in the biracial larvicide, BTI, Bacillus thuringiensis, is real to this. Foxbury, the Conservation Commission, is expected to discuss a proposal from a new committee to site the Town Dog Park during this meeting on Monday. Boston Red Sox may have taken back the seat to the New England Patriots and hearts of the local sports fans, but the fans say the season opener is still something to look forward to, as they will scrap against the Baltimore Orioles. Game time, 2:05 p.m. As the new director of the domestic municipal electric department, Joe Senior has the advantage of coming into an award-winning department with some of the lowest rates in the publicly owned utility in the state. The most prominent addition to the downtown scale of the years is solely truck centers, which is good news for the city's revitalization effort, as revitalization found out which bodes well for the Annenberg's revitalization effort. Foxborough more than 160 had spells from across the continent covered at Gillette Stadium over the weekend for the 14th annual North American School Scrabble Championship. Tewksbury, Massachusetts. Tewksbury, Houston, Wisconsin. Began to saw one minutes honor Revolutionary War veterans along the historic walker trail to the northeast Massachusetts town. The Lowell Sun reports that the Grid Post started at the town center to stretch over just 2 miles into the Billericay town line. Officials say the path represents the Route 97 soldiers took from Tewksbury to the fight for the Battle of Lexington and conquered on April 19, 1775. Boston officials say 3 people were hospitalized. One were left present injuries after 2 vehicles collided over the weekend in Boston-Roxbury section. Sinking Alpha's flagship daily earnings season kicks off with the April 18th deadline for a preliminary bid for Yahoo report. The Wall Street Journal reports that a surprising suitor has emerged from the media giant, the parent company and British tabloid The Daily Mail. Brussels, Athens, Walls, and Mirrors. Lincoln and Conference call the international monetary fund officials on Greece's latest bailout as review as permitted by the Monetary Trust of the debt talks embarrassing in the European Commission. Calgary Canadian Pacific Railway Limited today announced an indiscriminate effort to merge with Norfolk Southern Corporation. In Perth, Australia, Australian company Woodside Petroleum announced Monday was extended a strategic partnership with Energy Hungary Korean Gas Corporation. Edinburgh, Scotland's company Com Energy said it was maintaining a string of success with the latest discovery in natural gas and the evaluation program offshore Senegal. Calgary, pipeline company TransCanada said cleanup operations will continue in South Dakota for several days as it constructs the Keystone oil pipeline after release. All right. The Dow up 35 at 17,576.96. That's B 5 for 2,047.60 and Nasdaq 4,850.69. From the launch to orbited a trip to the back of the Earth, the failures of the SpaceX's historic Falcon 9 rockets ended safe by day, spectacular to say the least. NASA scientists are trying to figure out what caused one of the space books to go to emergency mode and to fix the problem as quickly as possible. Our team of researchers from North Carolina State University and the U.S. Army Research Development Engineering Center claim to have developed a super strong armor material that offers unprecedented protection from bullets and crashes. Earth does not already spin on an axis of 105 poles. Instead, it wobbles irregularly over time, drifting toward the North American front most of the 20th century. Zerk, much older than AG said on Monday, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has granted a party review for the 8th Zolzumabot for 3 people in a special time of lung cancer. Johns Hopkins researchers said the 4 million lives worldwide can be saved each year, but with a better material and child health services. Chicago scientists in Brazil have uncovered a new brain disorder called Zika infections in adults and the autoimmune syndrome called acute disseminated encephalitis or ADM that attacks the brain and spinal cord. Candida albicans was the most common form of yeast that could have caused human infections. These yeasts normally live on the skin and mucous membranes. Take a look at New England Insults at 808. Nope. Peter Cheladusha, 808. Tada for sports report. Last night, the Boston Red Sox get Blake monitored around the Blue Jays 3-0. Today, the Boston Red Sox open up their Fenway opener for 2016 at Fenway Park against the Baltimore Orioles. Game time 2:05 p.m. with David Paxton bad for the Red Sox. And the Boston Celtics will square up against the Charlotte Hornets. Game time 7:30 p.m. Denny Willett wins the Masters after Jordan Spieth collapses. Martin Truex Jr. decision loss. Kyle Busch to play in Texas. United States women's national soccer team is a contemplated back in the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, and there is no balance made between the men's and women's national teams. Kurt Rambis was an assistant coach under Phil Jackson and the Lakers in 2007. Now Jackson and Knicks president might keep Rambis under permanent head coach. Peter Cheladusha, now 8:09 on this Monday morning, back to work, back to school. Time up a Trevor report. Maybe. Let's start it off down in Rhode Island, where 95 in the southbound side, and it's sold from Technology to downtown Providence. 95 in the northbound side, sold from the airport connector to downtown Providence. 295 in the southbound side, Lowell's Route 37 in Creston. 295 in the northbound side, slow from Route 1 all the way to Route 95 in Attleboro. 95 on the northbound side, also at 295 in Attleboro. 95 on the northbound side, also airport connector Route 95 downtown Providence. 195 on the westbound side, so from Seacock Range to downtown Providence. Student accident on Route 195 east side, just around Route 6 in Seacock, so expect delays. 195 on the eastbound side, also around the Dartmouth stretch. 28 on both ends, also from Bourne all the way down for Falmouth. Route 6 looking from Summer on and Sandridge. Bourne and Summer bridges are looking good. 138 on the westbound side, and it's on the Newport Bridge. 138 on the westbound side, also on Route 1 to North King Sound. And 114 on the southbound side of Mount Oak Bridge, it's slow. 95 on the northbound side, and it's slow from Sheridan all the way at the Route 128 in Canton. Due to an accident on 95 on the northbound side on Ponson Street in Darwin. 495 on the northbound side, so from 109 to Milford all the way out to Route 9 and Walt in Westboro. 495 on the southbound side, so from Marlboro all the way up to Route 9 in Westboro. Last back in the eastbound side, it is so from 485 Westboro all the way out to the Prue Tunnel. 24 on the northbound side, and it's so from Route 27 Rockton all the way to Route 128 at the due to an accident around Route 139 and so expected delays. Route 3 on the northbound side, and it's so from 228 Rockton all the way to the Braintree Split. 128 on the southbound side, and then so from 24 and Canton all the way to Braintree Split. 128 northbound side, so from Split to 24. Then hit the brakes again from 138 to Canton all the way out to Route 20 Waltham. 120 southbound side is so from Route 95 and Peabody all the way out to Waltham. Route 120 on the northbound side, so from 95 all the way out to Danvers from Peabody. South Vincent Expressway on the northbound side, so from the Split all the way out to the Mass Pike. South Vincent Expressway southbound side, so the Pike all the way out to Dorchester. 93 in both ends, also on the downtown Boston. 7 slope, California looking good. Mass Pike into westbound side, and then so from Logan Airport all the way out to the Southeast Expressway. Route 2 to the westbound side, so from Lexington stretch. Route 2 to the eastbound side, so from Route 16 Belmont all the way out to First Park, Parkway, and Cambridge. 93 on the southbound side, so from Lawrence all the way into the Zinkin Bridge. Route 93 on the northbound side, so from Route 16 in Bedford all the way out to Route 95, 128 in Redden. Route 3 on the southbound side, so from Route 40 in Chelsea all the way to Billwaker. 495 on the northbound side, so from Route 2 in Wilton all the way up to Westford, and then hit the brakes again from 27 to Westford all the way up to Route 3 in Tewksbury. 495 on the southbound side, and so from 97 to Able all the way up to Route 38 in Tewksbury. Route 3 on the southbound side, so from Route 40 in Shelton all the way up to Billwick, and then the brakes again for Route 128 in Burlington. Acton, Worcester vicinity, 299 eastbound side. It is slow from Auburn all the way at the Route 9 Worcester, 146 on the southbound side. Also right after the Mass Pike in Millbury. 146 on the northbound side, slow before 290 in Worcester. Mass Pike on the westbound side, slow from 391 Jiggly after Route 91. Day 1 on the northbound side, slow from 57 Agawam to 2 day 1 in Springfield. 2 day 1 on the southbound side, slow after Route 90. Up in New Hampshire, Route 3 on the southbound side, slow after 293 in Bedford, New Hampshire. 93 on the southbound and northbound side, also the New Hampshire stretch through the next accident. 93 on the northbound side, just before 293 in Bedford. Spotted Turnpike on the southbound side, also at Route 4 Durham, New Hampshire. 93 on the northbound side, also both Route 302 in Franklin, New Hampshire. But highways in New Hampshire and Vermont are looking good except for the 99 on the southbound side. It is slow after the Canadian border. Up in Maine, we got an accident on 295 and then southbound side just ran Route 1 in Freeport, so expect some delays. 295 on the southbound side, and it's from Route 1 to Route 26 up in Portland, Maine. But highways and byways are made out looking good. Down in Connecticut, I-91 on the southbound side, so from 291 to I-80 Fort Hartford, and 91 on the northbound side, so from Rocky all the way up to before I-80 Fort Hartford, Connecticut. I-80 for the eastbound side, so after the Waterbury stretch. I-80 for the westbound side, also at the Waterbury stretch. I-80 for the westbound side, also at the Danbury stretch. Acton, Eastern Connecticut, it's looking good on 395, is looking good from Newland all the way to Worcester. 95 is looking good from Mystic, and 95 on the southbound side, slow from New Haven all the way. 95 on the northbound side, also for the New Haven stretch. 95 on the southbound side, so from Fairfield all the way at the Greenwich, Connecticut. Merritt Parkway westbound side, so from Bridgeport all the way at the Sanford. Highways and byways in New York are slow go. New York State 3 eastbound, so from 890 in Schenectady all the way at the I-87 in Albany. I-87 on the southbound side, so before 787 in Albany. New York State Ferry is looking good from New York all the way at the Pennsylvania border. Pennsylvania Turnpike is looking good from Philly to Pittsburgh. And New Jersey Turnpike on the southbound side, it is slow from the Cherry Hill stretch all the way out to Route 55 in Voorhees Township, New Jersey. And Garden State Parkway, Little so the Galway stretch, and otherwise, it's looking good on New Jersey Turnpike from New York to Delaware, and Garden State Park is looking good from Wildwood all the way up to New York City. New York City highways are slow go. Looking at MBTA alert, subway system is looking good on the commuter rail. Fairmont train 748 expected to depart Greenville Station 5 to 15 minutes late to the later round of the outbound train. Franklin train 706-635 minimize operated 50-20 minutes behind schedule between Windsor Gardens and South Station. And on the ferries down, look again. Peter Chell News Times now 8:15 on this Monday morning, back to work, back to school, and it is time now for a weather report. And it is a cloudy start to your morning with some drizzles in the air. And look at that radar, and it shows a line of rain showers from eastern Massachusetts, from South Coast Massachusetts, stretching up the South Shore and up to the Boston vicinity and stretching it down the pike down to Pittsfield, and some spotty rain showers around Greenville, Rhode Island, and some rain showers from northeastern Connecticut all the way down through Denver, Connecticut, and stretching it all the way down through New Haven, Connecticut. And some snow showers around Greenfield and Athol, and then Leominster. And stretch around Key Neptune, some snow showers, some sleet east of Pittsfield and North Adams and up into Bennington, and some snow showers north of Concord and stretch up into western Maine. And we're seeing some rain showers from Keekston down to Poughkeepsie and down in the northeastern Pennsylvania down for western New Jersey. And seeing some snow showers from northeastern Vermont, stretch up into New Hampshire and up in the northwestern and western portions of Maine. So, if you are going to Fenway Park to see the Red Sox open against the Baltimore Orioles, park class guys at 55. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. Nope, special weather statement. Winds will gust quickly between 35 and 40 miles an hour from the southwest this afternoon across eastern and southeastern Massachusetts as well. All over that, there will be possibly some wind gusts reaching 25 miles an hour, especially across exposed terrain. The wind gusts may be stronger enough to that some branches this afternoon. Day one today tonight, gusting southwest winds are 30 to 40 miles an hour. Expected wind and possibly a gust to 45 miles an hour. Impacts are expected to be isolated. Many are some small branches. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, slight chance of showers before 9 a.m. Cloud skies about 58 degrees, south about 10 to 17 miles gust size, 41 miles an hour. Chance is 20%. Tonight, a slight chance of showers. Most cloud skies about 50 degrees and south about 10 to 14 miles an hour. Gust size 36 miles an hour. Chance is 20%. Tuesday, showers may before 5 p.m. Areas of fog between 1 and 3 p.m. High to 58 degrees and south about 8 to 60 miles. Gust size 40 miles an hour. Chance is 59%. New Pacific 3.25 possible. Tuesday, a chance of showers may before 8 p.m. Most clouds got about 35 degrees and north about 6 miles an hour. Transportation is 30%. New Pacific 3.40 possible. Wednesday, most of the podcast about 54 about 34 degrees. North about 9 miles an hour. But Thursday, most of the podcast got about 52 about 38 degrees. Friday, parts of the most clouds got about 50 about 48 degrees. Saturday, parts of the most clouds got about 34 about 42 degrees. And for Sunday, most clouds got about 52 degrees to 62 degrees. And our north temperature 46 degrees, light rain, humidity of 56%. That is going to be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on this April 11th, 2016 on a Monday. Tuesday, have a good day with a good positive attitude.